Lawyer, this man is confused. Me. Objection. The judge stood up. Counselor, you are suing the state's best fraud examiner. Mom fainted. I winked at her. Nice try. My mom hadn't spoken to me in 9 years. Then grandma died and left me everything. Her house, her savings, 40 years of a third-grade teacher's life compressed into $280,000. 2 weeks later, I got served. Mom was petitioning for conservatorship, claiming I had manipulated an elderly woman, that I was mentally unstable, that I couldn't be trusted to manage money. She used notes from a school counselor I saw when I was 14. The year she packed 2 suitcases, told me her boyfriend's condo didn't have room for kids, and drove away while I stood in the driveway waiting for brake lights that never came. I lost my job the same week. Administrative leave. When you're a certified fraud examiner and someone files a mental incompetency suit against you, you become a liability on every case you're working. My boss slid my badge across the desk and wouldn't look me in the eye. No job, a lawsuit, and a mother I hadn't spoken to in nearly a decade suddenly very interested in my inheritance. I didn't call a therapist. I drove to grandma's house, sat down at the kitchen table where she taught me to balance a checkbook at 15, and I went to work. I pulled every bank statement from the last 2 years of her life, cross-referenced every withdrawal with her calendar. My mom posted everything online. Every visit, every selfie with grandma looking confused in the background. $41,000 left grandma's account in cash. 7 transactions, each one within 48 hours of a Facebook post. Blessed, family is everything. So grateful for these moments. Then I found the safe deposit box at her bank. Grandma had a brown leather journal inside I never knew existed. The handwriting was shaky. August. Daisy came today. Said her husband needs money for a lawyer. I gave her $4,000. She's my daughter. October. They came again. He needs money for heart surgery now. $6,500. I tried to call Chase, but I didn't want to worry him. I had to set it down. I stood in that cold bank room and stared at the wall. Then I kept reading. December. They made me sign papers today. Theodore was yelling. Said the government would take my house if I didn't sign. My head felt foggy. I think it was a power of attorney. I feel so ashamed. I'm sorry, Chase. She apologized to me, like she had done something wrong. I found the power of attorney tucked in the back. Signed, dated, notarized. Notary Public Gerald Haynes. Commission expires 2026. I ran his name in the state licensing database. Gerald Haynes. Status: inactive. Reason: deceased. Date of death: March 2022. The document was dated 14 months after he died. Someone used a dead man's notary stamp to forge a legal document transferring control of my grandmother's finances. That's not a civil matter. That's a federal felony. I called my attorney that night, told her everything. She said, don't show any of this until we're in the room. So I played the part. At the deposition, I hesitated before answering simple questions. Stared at the table. Said I get confused when I'm stressed. Her lawyer practically high-fived himself walking out. Day of the hearing. I put on my best suit and sat at the respondent's table with my hands folded. Mom walked in wearing a blazer she clearly bought for the occasion. Her husband, Theodore, beside her. Young lawyer already smiling at opposing counsel like this was a formality. She testified for 20 minutes. My childhood instability, grandma's declining cognition, how I had isolated the woman and taken advantage of her. She cried at one point. I kept my eyes on the table. Then my attorney stood up. Bank records first. 7 withdrawals. 7 Facebook posts. The dates lined up on the screen like a column of numbers that only told one story. Then the journal. 3 entries read aloud. The room got very quiet. Then Exhibit C. The power of attorney blown up on the projection screen. Notary stamp in the corner. Gerald Haynes. Dead for over a year when he supposedly witnessed my grandmother's signature. Mom's lawyer stopped writing mid-sentence. The judge took off her glasses and looked at him. Counselor, do you actually know who this man is? He blinked, looked at his notes, looked at me. Saw a quiet guy in a gray suit, Your Honor. He is the respondent. The judge set her glasses on the bench. In the last 6 years, I have qualified 1 expert witness in financial fraud more than any other in this state. 11 major federal prosecutions. His name on the witness list makes defense attorneys request continuances. She looked directly at him. You filed a mental incompetency petition against the most respected certified fraud examiner in Wisconsin. Mom turned and looked at me for the first time in 9 years. I winked at her.